Hey guys, how you doing? Welcome back. Hope you're having an absolutely fantastic day. Let's continue on with our series about amazing initial spotting positions, those places you can go on each map where you can get amazing damage assist games. We're going to watch this Manticore who is equipped completely for spotting. Optics, low noise muffler, commander's vision system, and optics directive. He's running food, and he is on Mountain Pass. And Mountain Pass is one of those maps that Wargaming has designed so that only this spawn can get good spotting assist games. And I'm not kidding, guys, I'm not kidding. Only this spawn. Let's watch why. Because from this spawn, you are very close to this little gap, and Wargaming has provided a beautiful little bush where you can go and spot everyone that crosses. And when there's a lot of heavy tanks and slow tanks on the enemy team, you can just simply drive into this bush, spot them all, and get a ton of damage assist. Just a second, guys. I'm feeling a little bit chilly here. Bob, bring me my smoking jacket! That's better. Okay. Well, not much to say other than that. You simply come to this bush, or this bush. Wargaming has provided two, and it looks like they're blind shooting this bush right here. You see that? The enemy team is blind shooting this bush right here. You got two bushes to choose from this spawn. And so if you have a light tank, you simply drive to this bush, and he's up to 5,457 spotting assist, and this game's over. It took 45 seconds, because Wargaming has a very good map design team that knows how to balance maps. And I've mentioned this before, it's just simply that tanks have become faster, view ranges have become longer, firepower has become higher, and the map hasn't got any bigger, right? If you can simply spot everyone in the first 15-20 seconds of the game, and the map design is such that these poor guys that are trying to cross here, the Leopard, the E100, they're trying to cross. Otherwise, they just have to stay at the base or go up the ice road. And you can spot them in 15 seconds. Like, it's like the map. I think it's called Glacier, the one with the aircraft carrier, that you could simply drive, the fast tanks could simply drive to the middle, poke over that ridgeline, spot everyone as the heavy tanks crossing, trying to go to the aircraft carrier side to fight. You remember that map? Well, they changed it. They realized that that was kind of dumb, and I pointed out that it was dumb many times. They didn't change it because of me, but they don't listen to me. But I pointed out many times that it's kind of dumb. If you're playing a heavy tank and you want to go to the heavy tank corner, you can't. If there's, you know. So they put a lot of rocks in the way. So now that play is neutralized and the map plays out a lot more balanced. They simply have to make, for this map, they simply have to maybe stretch it so that, I mean, look at the view range circles on the map. You could just see right across here, and that's what this Manticore's done. And the reason it's broken, guys, is because I'm going to point at the mini-map now, okay? Look at the mini-map. The northern spawn spawns here and just has to drive to there to do all the spotting. Whereas the south spawn, look at the south spawn, they have to drive and then turn left, and then they get to this spot. It's farther. They have to drive farther to come to this position. And you'll notice on this side, there's no bushes to spot from. So it maybe put some bushes on this side, which would make it a balance. These are the options, okay? Put some bushes on this side for the north spawn, and that way we can have a balanced shit show. That's probably not a good idea. Remove the bushes from the other side so that a light tank can't spot. And there's two of them, remember. So this poor team in the north was blind shooting one of them, but they didn't blind shoot the other one. So they all got spotted. But then the light tank drivers would be like, how do you fix it? Maybe put a big mound here in the middle that blocks the vision across. You know, big pile of rocks, or I don't know. Do something so that you can't. Because Wargaming, when you design this map, you know, this is an old map, and when this map was designed, guys, remember, British medium tanks went 25 kilometers an hour. There were no Manticores that could drive around the map at 70. There were no wheeled vehicles. There weren't even tier 9 and 10 light tanks. Okay, guys? There was no ELC evens that could fit in a salad bowl. That little bush they put there, in the old days, tier 10 tanks wouldn't fit in that bush. There were no tier 10 tanks that could fit in that bush. I'm not kidding, okay? There were no light tanks at tier 9 and 10. There were no medium tanks small enough to fit in that bush and stay undetected. So when they designed this map back in the day, maybe they put the bush there to make it pretty, but it wasn't their intention to have the initial spotting position to do. He's up to 8,000 spotting assists, what, 6,000 in the first 2 minutes. That wasn't the intention when they designed the map. Right? That's why they probably didn't put the bush on the other side, or it wasn't designed. That wasn't an issue when they designed it. But fast forward years, when you have a tank the size of the ELC and the Manticores and tier 9 and 10 light tanks and wheeled vehicles, and they buff the speed of medium tanks. You got a Polish medium tank that can press a button and he has a turbo and he can go 70 or 80 or whatever. And you have Chinese heavy tanks that have rocket launchers. So the map's no good anymore, okay? And as I go on in this rant, part of this series is I've searched the results on for this map, and he ends up with patrol duty. He does a little bit of damage there, but ends up with over 8,145 spotting assist. So what I was saying is I searched the top damage assist games for this map, and they are almost all from the northern spawn. In fact, the player base knows it, and this particular Manticore driver types in chat, for fuck's sakes, the wrong side. He knows already that he's on the wrong side. He's equipped exactly like the other Manticore. And from the south spawn, he has a longer way to go to do the initial spots, and there's no bushes for him to hide in. He's going to say, he says in chat now, I'll still try and spot him. And here he goes. But when you look at the results, almost all the best spotting assist results are from the northern spawn. So when you get to northern spawn and you're in a little fast light tank and you want to get the spotting assist, go to one of those bushes and take your chances. See if, it depends, your teammates have to shoot and everything. But from this spawn, it's going to take him longer. The other, if there was a light tank on the enemy team, he's already in the whatever bush. Okay, he's a little late to the party. You see that they're already crossing, and he's going to be exposed. He has nowhere to hide. He has good concealment here. Let's see how he does. Luckily, he has very good concealment, so he's not detected. And he's going to get a little spotting assist. This is the best game for spotting assist from the other spawner. And oh, look, he spotted a Char who that idiot in the Char was in the bush, but he drove through it. So from the south spawn you can see, well, if you're playing against utterly clueless Muppets, the enemy light tank went to the bush that we just watched the previous Manticore go to. But instead of staying in the bush, he drove through it and got detected. Okay, but even with that, 2,000 spotting assist, and that's a fantastic result from the south spawn. And now he's got to work for it. What does he do now? He's got to try and get spotting assist in other ways. And this map doesn't play out for spotting assist really well now. Now he's got to create different angles and shoot. And he's going to get some more spotting assists. This is going to be a lucky game because he's going to spot some Muppets, right? Some utterly clueless. He's blessed with the fact that the matchmaker has put some utterly clueless simpletons on the enemy team, like this E100, who he spots, who's driving across. And not only one simpleton, okay? Wargaming is nice enough to put like a troop of simpletons on the enemy team. The other E100 is going to drive across the bridge, guys. The other E100 is going to do the same thing because he just saw his friend drive across the bridge and lose about 1,000 HP, and now his big brain is going to say, well, My friend in the E100 drove across the bridge and lost all his HP, so it's probably a good idea that I drive across the bridge now. Let's just wait for that. He types in a chat, he comes. And here he comes, driving across the bridge. He's the biggest Muppet. And his teammates can't. He's the only guy that... Okay, if you had enough, that's almost as good as it gets from the southern spawn. This guy's going to work for it, but let me show you the highest damage assist game from the southern spawn, okay? This is the highest damage assist game played from the southern spawn, okay? Last patch. And you'll notice that there's EBRs in the game. There's 2 EBRs. They don't get the top damage assist. This Type 5 Heavy does. And remember, guys, this particular series, I'm going map by map, and I'm trying just to illustrate where are the fantastic initial positions, potentially overpowered positions that you can go to spot, to enable damage assist for your team, to get those epic games if you're doing damage assist missions, or if you just like playing light tanks or medium tanks, and you want to just put the enemy team on their heels immediately. Now look at the 2 clowns, the EBRs. They're like clowning around. They got their floppy shoes and their big red noses, and they're driving across the middle. The CS-63 super fast has already gone across the bridge. This is the highest damage assist game from South Spawn. So what have we learned on this map is if you spawn in the north, if you get this map and you spawn in the north with an ELC or a Manticore or any light tank, you have 2 bushes to choose from. I showed you them over here, where you can just, in a tier 10 game, rack 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,000 damage assist in 1 minute. If your team shoots, right? And it's a good idea, if you're going to go to one of those bushes, to let your team know. Say, spotting them across. Spotting across, please shoot. Type something, and you'll have a few people reply, "Screw you, uninstall." Ignore them. Some people may actually, they may actually stop and shoot. And if your team stops and shoots, holy smokes, you can get such a huge advantage, because you could get 3, 4, 5,000 damage assist, and then your team can safely cross. Your team can safely cross as well, guys, because I didn't mention it. I'm going to point at the mini-map now. There's bushes here. Look at on the ED2. Once they shoot, you could just drive through those bushes and get to the southwest corner without taking damage, because these people, like where the Foch is, cannot see you in the bushes. Whereas from the south spawn, you just can't cross. There's also no bushes here for you to cross in. There's a little bit of a low area, but there's no bushes. So it's a completely unbalanced map that needs to be changed. It needs to be changed. It needs to be fixed. Have they fixed it? Have I made this video too late? Wargaming, have you fixed this? No, probably not. 7-8 years they'll come up with a new patch and fix it. Don't worry, guys. You only have to play another 5,000-6,000 games on this unbalanced map before they fix it. Now look at this Type 5 Heavy. He's basically facing the whole enemy team. Okay? He's accidentally 1 versus everybody. And his team is gonna shoot. He's gonna get the damage assist. This is the top damage assist game on this map, and he's hiding behind a rock. They're shooting him with AP and APCR and heat and whatever, right? He's bounced 3,900. He's only done 2,000 spotting assists so far. He's gonna do more. We're just gonna watch this. Look at his teammate in the AMX M4. Isn't even shooting. Look at this, guys. Look at this guy. The thing that balances these absolutely shit maps and absolutely shit mechanics and absolutely garbage programming in this game, the reason it's not completely totally broken is because the players. Some players are so bad that there's enough bad on each side that it's balanced. It's unbelievable, guys. It's absolutely unbelievable that we, as a player base, are so inept and pathetic that this, if you look at the statistics, this map is it's balanced. It's like this. It's like if you know, in the NBA, if they only let 5-year-olds play in the NBA, it would be balanced. Because every game would be like 0-0, because none of them could dunk and they couldn't throw the ball high enough. So even the Boston Celtics would be shit. The game doesn't matter when everyone sucks. The game mechanics don't, it doesn't matter. So we're going to continue on with this series. Leave some comments in the comment section. Subscribe to the channel if you're enjoying the content. But we've done quite a few maps. There's more to come. And there's a couple of maps where it's actually very difficult to detect and to do damage assist. We're going to do Ensk. We're going to do some maps where I'll make the case that if you're a light tank, you're better off if you've got the what is it called, the field modifications, and you have multiple setups. You may have one setup for spotting and one setup for doing damage. On this map, if you have a light tank and you have one setup for spotting, and then your next setup is for maybe DPM, if you spawn in the north, click the spotting setup, and if you spawn in the south, click DPM setup, because you're more valuable to the team doing damage later on. Now it looks like that AMX is actually shooting. Or maybe not. It doesn't matter. Boom! What's he got? 5,676 spotting assist. Well done for him. This is just pure luck. So think about that when you maybe when you're, if you watch all the videos in this series, there's many maps like that. And the reason I'm not just making it up that that the north spawn is better just because I think so. It's not an opinion. I've looked at the statistics. Okay, I've looked at all the games, the best games that people have loaded in the previous patch. So there's millions of games to choose from, and when you look at the results, you'll see that. Look at this. They're all Muppets, right? They're all clueless. They have no idea what they're doing. When I look at the results on some maps you sort on damage assist, and you'll see the top 50 games. In the top 50, 48 are from one spawn. The statistics don't lie. Okay, statistics don't lie, guys. Oh, look, he types in chat. Let me post it here. After all that, now this is what you have to ask yourself. Ask yourself this question, because the video's over. Ask yourself this: if this Type 5 Heavy went down the 9-0 line, and he encountered the whole enemy team, and he was by himself, La Chenille Touche, he was by himself versus everybody. How did his other flank lose? Top spotting assist game from the south spawn on that map is a defeat. He gets patrol duty. He does 4,644 damage himself. He does 6,807 spotting assist and loses. Because remember, Muppets balance this game. You have been balanced by Muppets, my friend. I'll catch you guys on the next one.